Okay. Can you guys hear me now? For some reason, when I started the stream on the PS5, it had me muted. Can you hear me now? All right, now I'm hearing myself. Okay. For some reason, at the start of the stream, they muted my mic at the beginning. I don't know why. Maybe that's so people can start the setup. But at least, there's 2 people here now, so. Are these settings good? Like, do we want motion blur on? All right. We'll just accept those settings for now. Yeah, okay, so the download's still finishing, but I did finish a few other things. There was just some internet issues before this. Maybe God's telling me, don't play this. But I'm playing Mass Effect on my own, and I'm loving Mass Effect, so I need to know how good or how bad this game is compared to BioWare at their best. Oh boy.
As Solus. Smart, thoughtful, loved to hear himself talk. But long ago, he had a different name. The Dreadwolf. Ancient god of lies, or heroic rebel against tyranny.
So it's been a long time since I played a Dragon Age game. Was this something from Inquisition?
In his desperate fight against the corrupt elven gods, Solus imprisoned them.
Like, why are they just jumping this in like this?
That split our world from the raw magic of the Fade. He had won. But the veil cost the elves everything. Their magic, their freedom, even their immortality. Now,
oh boy.
Solus wants to tear down that veil and undo the damage he caused, even if that means our world has to burn.
Yeah, Crash, I noticed. You don't have to send the Facebook message to tell me. I know it's you in the chat.
Where you come in.
So, this game just decided to throw me in at like the end of Inquisition? Was that what that was? Because I didn't. Why would you start like that? Okay, so my options are elf, Qunari human, and dwarf. That's weird that this is a direct sequel after 10 years. It was 10 years between Veilguard and Inquisition. Human's gonna be too basic. I want to maybe do a little magic. So maybe not dwarf. Qunari looks awful. So yeah, I always go elf with the Dragon Age games. I think their storylines are the best. Okay, appearance. So basic as presets. I'm gonna pick this one first. Customize it. Okay, so so not the most inner adjustive. But not the worst I've seen. Actually, let's do a little more ear. . 'Cause 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 ' Okay, let's go with that. Complexion. Go a little lighter. Okay. Huh. Let's go a little more on the rosy side. Now let's keep that the same. Forehead and brow. Okay. Yeah, I'm giving some credit. I'm not hating the character creator so far. But I've been fooled before. Alright, we'll do that. Cheeks and jaws. Okay. I like it. Be patient with me, people, because if I'm gonna sit through this game, I'm going to at least enjoy what I'm looking at. Do that a little more subtle. Lower the lip a little bit. There we go. And no bump. No double chin. Larynx. What am I missing here? You know what? It's fine. Hide the hair. Okay. Got the head. Oh, shit. Am I okay to show that? Did not mean to show that. 100% did not mean to show that. I'm going to play it safe with the YouTube gods and go with this one. Really? Yeah, the character design so far has been pretty good. Now I'm going to keep the height because elves, at least in this game, are pretty tall. Shoulders. How big can I go? It loses points for this. It loses points for that. That's pathetic. Tall elf mommy with the largest chest size in this being a B cup. Shame. Yeah, let's get this. There's no bulge. Okay. There we go. The skin tone I already like just fine. Yeah, I like that just fine. I'm a little peeved about the breast, but Bioware's never really been one to go for large breast. I don't know why. I'm not sure why they're anti-boob, but I feel like it would help this game if they were a little more positive boob. Everyone needs better. All right, eye shape. All right, let's go with that. Well, I'm going to keep them even. Depth. Okay, that's good there. No tilt. So the options are either. Thank you very much, Crash. Because I cannot do that from my phone for some reason. I tried. Yeah, let's go around here. All right. Eye color. Yeah. Now we'll just do. There we go. There. Kind of go with a little bit of the green eyes. Oh, no. Let's keep that normal. God damn, looks like she hasn't been asleep since this game came out. All right, let's just keep it like that. There we go. Eyebrows and eyelashes. Shape the brows. Let's take a look here. I mean, the one I have is not bad, but let me see what else there is. So far, she does not look the most impressed. I do not blame her. All right, let's go with this one. Keep them dark for now. What? Let's go with this. There we go. Not change the color yet. We'll do that when we do the nose. We do the, okay, nose shape. Okay, let's start here and go from there. All right, there we go. Let's go a little small on the nostrils. A little bit down on the width. Get the size up a little bit, the width down. There. All right. The Baldur's Gate one's a little better, personally. At least in terms of like races and options in that regard, that one's better, for sure. Yeah, let's put it up a little closer to the nose because I made the nose a little smaller. There. Okay, girl, slow down the Botox. Little bit of, there we go. Let's give her a little bit of more of a lower lip. There we go. Ears. Actually, the ears I think are perfect. I'm going to keep the ears. Now, hair. I kind of like that actually, not going to lie. Kind of dig that. 88 will be the fallback later. I think she wants to talk to the manager. Alrighty. Oh. Oh, they got the punk rock look here. That one's got 62. Fuck it, go punk rock. Let's go with the punk look. Okay, this is where I think Baldur's Gate wins, at least with the hair color options, because you can go through them like, kind of similar, but there's a little more depth to it than just this. So, okay, yeah, let's. You know what? Fiery redhead. Let's do this. In that case, I'm going to do the eyebrow color. But I'm actually going to go down on the saturation a little bit so that it looks a little more natural. There we go. Perfect. Eye makeup. Oh, yeah, I can actually see that fucker. Let's go with this. You know what? Let's keep it like that. We'll just keep it simple. No fucking glitter. No glitter. Lips. Let's go with the. Let's see what they have for lips. You know what? I'm gonna keep that natural lip color. I don't. I don't want lip makeup. A little bit of blush. No, those are all pretty bad. Honestly, not gonna lie. Any tattoos? What? Okay, face, body. Well, let's see. What body tattoos do they have? Cause I've got tattoos. Let's see if my character can have some tattoos. Oh, Crash, I need you to also let my Discord know that I'm live here as well. Pass that on to them so that they know. Okay, thank you. All right, I kind of dig that one. Let's. We're gonna get rid of the back tattoo. Get rid of one of the legs. No, not the arm. The leg. I'm gonna go just solid black on the tattoos. At least as black as we can. Okay, there we go. Okay. Scars or paint? No. Okay. I'm comfortable with this. I'm comfortable with this character design. Now let's pick the class. Warrior, rogue, mage. Really? 3 classes. 3 classes. Has this always been a... I could have sworn there were others. No. Origins had others. There was Cleric. There was Barbarian. They had more classes than this. Like, what the hell am I supposed to do? It's just these three. Are you kidding me? So many other games have so many other options. Both before and even the same year as this game, there was other options. 3 classes? I'm gonna go Rogue. Duelist. Okay, so... So faction. Grey Warden. Veil Jumper. Shadow Dragons. Lords of Fortune. Like, with these types of games, I usually always go Rogue first, just because that's just what I do. Lords of Fortune. The Morn Watch. Invitation from the village. I like how this looks, but let me take a look at the other ones again. Oh, these all are pretty basic. I'm gonna go Veil Jumper and just hope I can change that outfit. Okay. Alright, so Adventurer, Keeper, Storyteller. Oh, this is... Oh, this is difficult. Just call the difficulty. Why would you do this? Let's go with Adventurer. Because I'm going to go simplistic. We're going to go with the classic.
I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here.
Let's do that one.
Time to get to work. Time. What's he been saying now? Well, we're not in trouble. Let's move.
Let's go with this more, yeah, let's go with this smoky voice. Yeah, let's go with that. All right. I'm comfortable with this. I'm comfortable with this. Yeah. Let's do this. Oh, change the appearance later in the game? Okay, fine. But I want a better looking armor than that. Because that armor looks pretty bad. All right, let's get this started. Okay. All right, let's get this game officially off the ground and
So,
going.
where were we?
I don't know.
Oh, right. Him. Our best plan is to
What about-
stop the Dreadwolf before he can perform his ritual.
Wait, what? You're just throwing us in like this?
After following his trail across half the known world,
Couldn't we have done that?
we finally tracked him to Minrathous, capital of the Tevinter Imperium.
So,
But to find the Dreadwolf in a city this big,
so I'm not getting an
we
actual.
need a local expert. So, naturally,
What?
our story begins where all great stories begin. With the seediest bar in town. And a missing contact.
That is not where great stories begin. Great stories begin where an origin that fits a character you create, or a similar, or a big tragedy that starts up a story. This is just.
Let's try this again. Where's Nev Gallus?
You think you can come into my bar?
Bartender doesn't even have a name?
Demands.
Okay. Wait. Are you? They show you what will happen if you make it a decision. You legitimately ruined one of the best elements of an RPG by doing that. You realize that, right? There's no tension now. Because I know exactly what will happen with every single decision I make. Was this aimed to be a baby's first RPG? Was that the intention here? I'm ignoring how great my character looks because, dude, I can make a fucking waifu in any game. Even RPGs that go back to the Super Nintendo, the Nintendo Entertainment System, early PC RPGs didn't do this. Fuck it.
Nev Gallus is my only shot at finding the Dreadwolf.
I am beating
I'm not leaving until I know
answers
who
out.
she is. Be ready to talk by the time I get to you.
I am choosing violence.
Darling, you're adorable.
No, this is exactly what it said. I don't get to play.
Not enough gold in the world for this.
Then give me the information I want, bitch.
Meet Bianca. She'd like you to stay a while.
Who the fuck is Varric?
Nev Gallus.
Dumat Plaza. The Venatori cultists took her to Dumat Plaza.
Thanks.
Yeah, like,
Your friend Nev Gallus is at Dumont Plaza.
I heard. That's why you're my second in command. Although, for the
No,
record,
it-
there was probably an easier way to do that than fighting an entire bar.
why would you force that into? Why would you just? You're not even easing me into this shit. Like, is Rook a character that was from Inquisition? Is this character I made from that? They're hinting at what these will... Defensive, funny, positive.
See, you say that.
I'm just going to go with this.
But we do have Nev's location now, so...
Don't get cocky.
Come on. Harding will be worried.
All right. Break's over.
So I'm forced to have... So this companion I've already had it forced on me.
She's the best damn detective I've ever met. If she says she's got a lead on Solus, I believe her. Archon's palace.
Oh, now
Must have gotten that
I get to play.
riled up.
All right.
Should we be in more of a hurry to get out of here?
We don't want to look conspicuous. Just get out of here nice and casual. Find Nev Gallus and stop Solus.
Are you going to use a pronoun in this game? Because
Still think
you
can talk him down before he starts
keep
his big ritual?
saying these
That
things.
ritual is going to tear down the veil. The only thing separating us from the Fade and an endless number of demons. I have to talk him down.
Who are you?
Wait!
Who's-
But I didn't do anything!
Are we just...
Down.
It's just a random civilian.
After us?
Civilian.
Is it because of the bar?
Word travels fast in Minrathous.
We've got to help her.
Yeah, this woman wasn't even a part of the bar. Why would you assume that?
We don't have time to get arrested, especially if we... Oh, crap.
We're too late.
The ritual started. But if we hurry, we can still stop Solus before it finishes. Let's go.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Harding's this way. She'll get us to Dumar Plaza. Then Nev will get us to Solus.
What the... I want to fight those.
My guess is the veil is weakening, and they're slipping through the cracks.
And I don't get to fight them right now.
And the whole world is going to look a lot like this.
What is that design? That look was awful.
This way. It should get us to Harding.
Was that supposed to be a demon?
You're safe now. Get inside and bar the doors quick as you can, okay?
Thank you, miss.
So that's Harding.
Harding, you all right?
I've been doing what I can to help. The ritual must be weakening the veil. There are a lot of scared people out here.
And a lot of demons. Haven't seen this many come through the Fade in years.
And what about you two? Are you okay?
The fuck are these icons? That's defensive. What's that, panicky? Fine, I'll say never for better.
Fought some demons, and the Archon's palace took a few shots at us. Nothing we couldn't handle.
Speak for yourself.
We didn't fight any demons.
Right here.
Right over there. Where's Nev Gallus?
Yeah, it's not telling me what's going to happen next because these are dialogue options, not action options.
Arrived and paid off the bar owner to keep it quiet.
I'm not surprised our detective did something to piss off a cult of murderous blood mages, but their timing stinks. The bar owner said the Venatori took Nev to Dumont Plaza. Can you get us there, Harding?
Not a problem. I saw Dumont Plaza while I was scouting the area, and it was crawling with Venatori. Follow me.
You know, for a game that made me choose a pronoun that had pronouns as an option, you're not letting me pick you're very much enforcing the choice for not having pronouns in the dialogue.
Here they come.
Combat is pretty basic.
That's the last of them.
Good. Let's get to Dumont Plaza and find Ned. You all right? Patch yourselves up if you need it.
I don't get it. If Solus tears down the veil, doesn't that destroy everything?
Is there a secret?
Always talked about how beautiful the ancient world was.
That world
I found some
existed
gold.
before the veil, and he wants to bring it back.
Even if his ritual kills us all in the process.
Potion refill. The combat is
Oh no, I think that's Dumont Plaza.
basic. There's no real other way to put it. Okay.
These assholes.
Look, I just want the gold. Yeah, the combat's basic so far. It's nothing. Nothing great, but nothing awful. Yeah, combat's nothing special. Yeah, you could say tutorial, but the movements and everything, it's very simplistic. It feels, because like I've played like the tutorial in Origins, the combat's better in that game. And it actually had more weight to it. This reminds me more of the Batman Arkham games, which is solid, but it's simplistic. I hope you unlock more, because otherwise you don't really, what's the point of having an RPG if you don't unlock abilities? Like, I haven't even been able to switch my bow yet, and I have it.
Guess we're sliding down.
We...
Allies of Ned Gallus! Kill them all!
Yeah, this is... Oh yeah, basic RPG, right here.
Take your revenge!
Yeah, gauge builder. Doesn't look like there's a mana system. So it's basically... Yeah, this feels like a very basic RPG.
Varric, hiding. Not the worst timing.
Nev, it's so good to see you. We thought the Venatori had kidnapped you.
They thought the same thing.
Okay, well, someone finally used a pronoun.
Hate me. Figured I'd play along. Find out who wanted to settle the score this time. Then the sky started raining demons. So I'm back on the job.
Appreciate it. Rook, this is Ned Gallus, our local expert. She's gonna help us find Solus. Ned, meet Rook. Harding and I found her a while back. Thought we could use an expert on trouble.
So,
Rook, like the chess piece.
One of the strongest pieces on the board.
so we literally could have had an interesting character intro, and we didn't get it. Well, let's go
Nice to meet you.
with that message.
Based on the Venatori, you've got excellent taste in enemies.
I do my best.
You said you had a lead?
That was almost nothing like what I picked.
I haven't seen Solus in person, but I did find hints of old magic, similar to what you get in Elven ruins. I traced it to a building beneath Our Lady of Victory.
So we could have easily had an origin story written for every class and race,
Ritual he's doing gets any worse.
like in Origins,
Worse,
but
this
they didn't do
ritual's
it.
already drawing more power than I'd expect from a dozen mages.
Ah,
You told
fucking
me he was
basic.
working alone.
I also told you he was an ancient elven god.
An elven god. Well, whatever he is, he's causing trouble in my city. Let's go.
What if their homes are underwater?
So if we do catch Solus, or the Dreadwolf, or whatever he calls himself,
Yeah.
what's the plan?
He wants to bring down the veil. Hopefully that ritual takes his full attention.
So we catch him while he's doing his ritual, so he can't fight us?
That's the hope. If it comes to a straight up fight, you're dead.
Comforting. Credit where it's due. Some of the landscaping stuff looks nice. The backdrop looks pretty good. That looks awful. I'm sorry, that fire effect is... I think I've seen better fire effects on the Newgrounds page. Who fucking hit me? Do I need to smack a bitch?
We can slide down the...
I'm getting too old for this.
Stop bitching. Ching.
There. That's the building that attacked Solus.
Looks like the Venatori also found it. And then demons found them.
No shit. What gave it away? The dead bodies? Finally. Okay, and arrows, auto refill.
Enchantment on the entrance. I can get it.
Okay, I'm glad I picked Adventurer, because anything else would have been way too damn easy, even for a tutorial.
So this is the Dreadwolf's hideout.
One of them, at least. Not sure how long he's been here.
Some of this looks ancient.
Solus has been around longer than Minrathous itself.
So I'd imagine anyone who played Inquisition would already know these things. So if you went in the mindset of these people not knowing, what's going on, why would you start the game like this?
Broken chains. Solus is freeing slaves.
Solus hates slavery. One of the few things we actually agree
Would I ever
on.
be a wolf? Hell yeah, I'd be a wolf. Wolves are awesome.
The gods were tyrants who
I
oppressed his people.
love wolves.
He was trying to help them.
Like, if I had a RPG where a character option was like a lichen, I would totally do it. I I think that's actually something I did in World of Warcraft back in the day when I played it. Yeah, but the references have to matter. Yeah, you can't just have references, just have references. You have to have references that mean something. Have a build-up. Give us something to really get attached to here. Otherwise, it's basically just shoehorning what was in the previous game and makes me want to play that one instead.
What do you see?
No sign of Solus. Just a big glowing window or mirror or something.
Well, that sounds ominous.
Ancient elves doing something to a dragon, I think.
Yeah.
That's
Trying to control it, maybe?
a dragon.
Solus said the other elder
No.
gods were evil. If they were binding dragons, he was right about that much, at least.
Oh, speaking of wolves, hi wolf.
More demons.
I'm sorry, did I solve a puzzle right off the gate?
It sounds like that opened something below.
Then let's have a look.
I opened it. Can I take that loot? I need something then keeping me occupied here. Like, I would have played a bard. I would have very happily played a bard. I want that loot. I can't take the loot. No loots. No bards and an RPG makes the punk sad. Fuck.
Big glowing window you saw earlier, Rook.
I think it's an alluvian. I've seen a few in Arlethan Forest. They're elven.
It acts like a doorway from one place to another. Solus uses them to get around quickly.
He must have gone through it.
Then let's take a step through.
Well, we're not in Rathas anymore.
I know these trees. This is Arlethan Forest.
And there's your ritual. The power involved. I've never seen anything like it.
The tremors are getting worse.
The tremors are getting worse.
Demons.
And we've got demons. Can you guys try to sound a little more enthusiastic? Fucking voice actors, for crying out loud.
And I thought the demons were bad back in Rathas.
The Fade's a mess this close to the ritual. No telling what could come through.
Like, was this script written by AI?
Does it feel like those tremors are getting worse?
Keep moving and try not to think about it.
Like, if there was actual real writers attached to this, I feel bad for these writers. Was this their first game? I kind of want to just shut my party up. You shouldn't want that in an RPG. I mean, just a thought.
We get tremors every time one of those big crystals at the ritual site lights up.
Not many of them left to light. Might want to hurry.
Okay, let's keep going. Oh, Crash, what do you find? Oh, God. So there's actual names attached to this off of the script. Oh. Oh no, that doesn't bode well.
Almost there.
Human writers with some AI assistance, maybe? Were they spell checking for them? For these kids that have never played an RPG before? Like, I don't want to be one of those incels that blame DEI for this, but this is just these are all rookie mistakes here in the writing. New viewers, hello, welcome. I'm trying to stomach this game. Quick shameless plug. If you guys enjoy what you are seeing, go ahead, subscribe for more content, and we'll try to get more out there for you. While I take care of
We have to stop this demon quickly.
tall, dark, and boring.
How did a demon this large get through the veil?
It's a pride demon. Damn thing probably sensed Solus's ego.
Oh yeah. Hey, Iron.
All right. Good enough. Let's get to Solus.
Just yeah, trying to stomach this game, but at least my character's attractive. This is Dragon Age: The Veilguard. Look, guys, I promise one of these days we'll change shit up and actually stream a good game. But we wanted some abnormality here, so
All right.
it was about as abnormal. It's abnormal that this game got paused since the reviews so far.
Keep the demons off me while I talk to him.
Varric, Solus isn't gonna stop just because an old friend asks nicely.
Solus needs someone to sell him another option, to help him justify changing his mind.
Every single major action shows what you do. Why? Why? The voice option should tell you this.
Come on, Varric. We didn't come all this way just to talk to him.
He was my friend, Rook. I gotta try to reach him. But if he won't listen to me, then he'll hear from Bianca.
More demons.
You know what?
Take care of the team for me.
I've got to recommend some real RPGs that actually challenge you as a player for this.
Hey, Chuckles. Hope I'm not interrupting.
All right. Let's buy him some time.
Uncle Barrick is getting through the solus.
Better talk fast. We can't hold these demons up forever.
Oh, but we held him for a while.
The veil is a wound inflicted upon this world. It must be healed.
By drowning the world in demons?
I have taken precautions to minimize the damage, Varric.
Minimize the... People are dying right now. You need to listen. Please.
Guess talking didn't work out.
People are always dying. It is what they do.
Shit. We need a better plan.
Do you want me to take the shot?
Won't work. He's too powerful. What if we disrupt the ritual?
How?
See those statues? If we break the scaffolding holding that one up, the whole thing will come down on Solus. It's risky. Interrupting a ritual of this scale will have consequences.
And what about the demons? Varric needs us to hold them off.
Right. You two stay here. I'll bring down the statue. What? No. Stepping into all that raw magic is suicide.
The storm could tear you apart.
Anyone got a better idea?
I didn't get a choice to actually speak
Fine,
up
but
or
you'll need
decide
backup.
that.
I'm with you.
I'm a mage. I'll go.
Either way, someone needs to stay back and deal with the demons.
Let's go, Harding. Nev, keep the demons off us. You got it.
Yeah, it shows every single... Yeah. It's magic.
This is it. Bring down that scaffolding.
I broke scaffolding with...
Why tear down the veil? Knowing all the lives it'll cost.
We shared a journey years ago. Do you believe that I
This-
would do this if there was some other better option?
Yeah, they show you the options to pick.
He isn't falling. We need to push it.
I'm with you.
Together. Now!
You came along
Fuck, I
and
welcome-
made a valiant effort, Varric, but this this story does not end with my downfall.
I would have, I would have fucking settled with a QuickTime event here. Are they going to kill Varric? Well, it's dead, Varric. If you showed me how my character met Varric, I would have cared about this. This was not the way to start the game. Yeah, this whole intro was awful. This would be like starting Dragon Age Origins with the actual battle instead of the actual character organization here. This is awful. This intro is terrible. Like, yeah, Baldur's Gate had a tense opening, but that was an
You have no idea what you have done.
But it wasn't trying to connect to another game.
Soulless? I know what I did. I stopped you from destroying the world.
Oh,
I was not destroying the world.
I missed having a silent protagonist.
When you disrupted my ritual, the magical energies pulled me here, into the Fade.
Okay, so that's why you're here. But why am I here?
Your physical body is unconscious, but you shed a few drops of blood at the ritual site. Enough for a tenuous connection.
Blood magic?
Firstly, I abhor the use of blood magic. Secondly, had I the power to control you, I would already have used it.
Really? Look, the wheel option works in Mass Effect because it doesn't tell you what's going to happen from it or the emotions from it.
All right. You brought me here to talk. What are we talking about?
This is so bad.
As you would call them, the elven gods. The creatures that escaped. In ancient times, they ruled the elves, but that was not enough. They sought not just to be obeyed, but to be worshipped. When I rebelled, they drew on the horrific magic of the Blight, corrupting all they saw until I trapped them. Thanks to you, though, I am now trapped, and the blighted elven gods walk free.
Really. That's the positive one. And that's the defensive one. Let me guess. I'm going to pick one at this one, and it's not going to be what they... And it's going to be something adjacent, or not even close.
How am I supposed to trust anything you're saying?
You saw them escape
It's barely
from my
the same
prison.
thing.
I also saw you bringing down the veil.
I had a plan.
Varric always said you'd have a big explanation for why none of this was your fault.
Varric.
Yeah, he said that's your style. Never quite lies, clever half-truths that let you convince yourself you're doing the right thing. He tried to talk to you anyway, and now he's hurt.
Varric is quite practiced at shading the truth himself.
So these things that got out, you said they were gods?
I feel like I picked the wrong voice. This actually sounds tired.
Blighted, tyrannical, sadistic gods. It took all my power to imprison them millennia ago, but I am certain you will be fine.
Fuck you.
That's really helpful. What are you, the elven god of sarcasm?
Lies, treachery, and rebellion, depending upon the story. And how could I help? I do not have my ritual dagger. I cannot access my network of mirrors to travel from the lighthouse to anywhere in the world. All I can offer is what I know.
Full advice from the elven god of, and I am quoting you here, lies, treachery, and rebellion.
Depending on the story. Elganan and Gillenane are your problem to solve. This is your responsibility now.
Algernon and Gillenade. Place your bets. How often is that going to be said?
Why tear down the veil?
Do you want me to take the shot?
No idea what you have done. This is your responsibility now.
Well, look who's still with us.
Varric, you're okay. But I saw Solus stab you. You fell.
So Varric didn't die.
I've had worse. It'll take more than a flesh wound to stop me. Don't think I'll be making it out to the
So
field
they-
anytime soon, though.
They didn't even have the balls. What the fuck is more?
What happened?
Remember how you said that Chuckles wasn't going to listen, Rook? Well, turns out you were right.
And did go a little wrong.
Yeah. Nev got everyone out.
No shit.
Of her teeth, mostly. And before you start worrying, Harding will be fine. She's made of sterner stuff than either one of us. Or, at least, she's a lot tougher than me.
Gosh. Should I be nice to Varric? Well, we'll do this.
I should have come up with a better plan. I should
You
have...
worked with what you had. And you succeeded, by the way. The world isn't drowning in demons.
It isn't over, though. Trapped Solus in the Fate, but something else got out. Something...
Rook, you've got this. I've seen your work. Like the expedition where you lost that invaluable map, but saved your friends. There's a...
Why couldn't that have been the tutorial mission? You want this... You want us to have something a little more linear as an intro so you don't have to work so much? Fine. Make that the tutorial mission. Treasure hunting, losing a map, saving all of your friends. Why wasn't that the intro? We could have met Varric. There would have been a ration that there would have been weight behind what was going on here. Varric could have helped us understand everything. Throwing us into the juicy parts right away was the worst possible intro for this. So not only are you guys bad at writing dialogue, you're bad at story pacing too.
reason I dragged you into this whole soulless mess. You're clever, adaptable, and you don't know when to quit.
Rook? You're awake. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to barge in. I was just looking for Elfroot.
No, it's fine. I was just going to stretch my legs.
Oh, Rook. Watch your step out there. If you put a foot wrong, you'll fall forever. Yeah, on top of everything else, the Illuvian took us to the Fade. The place where dreams come from, so... that. Yeah.
Then I really need to look around.
Yeah, you should. And we should talk about things. Maybe find Nev. She's outside, looking around. There's a room with a table down the stairs. I'll meet you there.
Go ahead, Rook. Me, I need to sleep.
Yeah, if I'd have met Varric first and then get into that, I would be caring about this dialogue, but I don't. I don't care. So, the story so far, at least they were nice enough to write it down for us in case we had to come back. We're in a lighthouse. Mirror transformation, so I guess that's where I can change my look. So I can't just talk to the characters whenever I want. Okay. So I'm guessing this is like the Codex. The fuck is this? Oh. So what, I have to read all these to catch up on everything that happened? I'm gonna play for a little bit more. Maybe do the chat with. You have. I'm having the hardest time giving a shit right now with this game. Okay. So basically, the lighthouse is basically the Normandy.
Whoa.
Yeah, this is bad. My character's got a great ass, but this game is so far not great impressions. First impression. I'll probably end up torturing myself a bit more with
Look
it,
who's
but
with us.
We're really in the Fade.
Land of raw magic, nightmares, and this, apparently. It's a lot to take in.
Harding thought we should talk about what comes next.
She's not wrong. But if you need a breather, can't hurt to look around first.
the Fade. The Fade. Okay, let's take a look at what this... Let's take a look at the level up system. It's... no stat increases or anything like that, just abilities. So... Okay. Okay. It's basic. Yep, at least my character has an amazing ass. He's talking. Where's the map? Where the fuck is my map? Thank you. Alright. The conservatory.
It wasn't supposed to go
Let's
this
talk
way.
to Harding.
What do we do now? What do we do?
Harding?
Oh, hey, Rook. How's it going?
I should be asking you that. I got you hurt.
This is a dangerous job. Everyone knew that signing on. There's so much to do. We have to keep going.
Well, I'll be sarcastic, but I'll be nice. I'll be nice.
Are you sure you're all right?
What?
Maybe you should rest.
She disapproves.
Yes, Rook. I'm fine. This is nothing. I'm just a little dizzy. I'll walk it off. Or something.
Harding, you can't just...
Oh, yeah? Watch me. We need to get back to the ritual site, don't we? Let's stop worrying about me and go do that. Come
Fine.
at me when you're ready to go.
Whatever, you dumbass. I'm gonna go talk to Nev. So this character had a bug up her ass, and I was trying to be nice to her. Fuck her, then. I'm not going to. I maybe wanted to see about being an intimate with her, but no, fuck her.
Figures they're in the Fade, but I swear they're following me.
You all right?
Strange place you've fallen into, but I'll work with it. You know me.
No, I don't.
Do I know Varric wanted you for the job. You know the same about me.
I do not know
It's
you.
a start.
Fuck it. See if it
I'm
works.
not sure stopping a ritual is the best way to meet someone.
So much for first impressions.
Here's hoping I'm better on the second.
Well, you're not bad so far.
You take a lot of notes. What about?
Lately, what we know, or knew, before Solus changed the game.
And it's...
Not much. I'm sure Lace would hate to hear that, but one step at a time.
Let's see
We'll
how
figure
this goes
out.
up.
I'm sure of it.
Really? Do you know something I don't?
No, we just... well, we have to, right?
Yeah, that's the job.
Good, she approved, but like... What was that conversation? I feel like I just got dumber. You know what, let's get this first cutscene out of the way. Just... Then I'm gonna go to bed. Fuck.
So, we stopped the ritual.
And Varric paid the price.
Hey, Varric made his choice to go talk with Solus. He knew the risks. We all did.
And now Solus is gone. And we're here. Wherever here is. Besides in the Fade.
Solus called it the Lighthouse.
He did? When?
He made it my dream.
Well, I was out cold. He showed up in my dream, and he's really mad that we stopped his ritual.
Good.
He's also trapped in some kind of prison in the Fade. Not happy about that either.
You're sure that wasn't just a dream? It's a reasonable reaction.
Solus can speak with people in their dreams. Even kill them.
I'm safe on that front. I bled a little when I got knocked out. Enough that he can gripe at me, but not enough that he can make my head explode.
So Solus is using blood magic, like any normal mage would, to play with your mind.
But he's not a normal mage, like I told you. He's an elven god.
Putting together a nice ritual doesn't make him a god.
The gods
see what
of my
happens.
people were incredibly powerful. I don't mean they were powerful like a skilled mage. I mean they destroyed entire cities. They shattered mountains. So no, they might not literally be gods. They're a lot worse than whatever you're thinking.
All right, well, we've stopped the ritual and there doesn't seem to be an immediate danger. For now. You're certain Solus can't use blood magic to affect your mind?
I'm not certain of anything. But we're not out of danger.
What do you mean?
Solus had 2 of the other elven gods in prison. When he got trapped, they escaped.
So those things we saw come out of the Fade when the ritual went wild, those are...
Elgernon and Gillenane.
Algernon and
Two
Gillenane.
elven gods that Solus rebelled against. They're our next target.
So we set our sights on a pair of elven gods. Like it's easy.
Who else is gonna do it? If they're loose, they need killing.
They were evil tyrants who enslaved their people. We need to stop them.
Solus says Elgernon and Gillenane drew on the Blight for power and became corrupted. That was when he imprisoned them.
So instead of one god running around, we have 2. And they're not just powerful, they're blighted.
We need to get out there and stop them.
Just like that, without Varric. And you're still getting back on your feet.
I'm fine. We can't just sit here and do nothing.
We need to investigate. Figure out what we're dealing with before we rush in and make things worse.
And how many more people will get hurt, get killed, while we spend time investigating?
If Elgernon and Gillenane are worse than Solus, we can't go in blind. We need to know what they can do and what they want.
But we only have Solus's word about all of this.
Then let's go investigate for ourselves. We'll find out what we're dealing with. And then, we take our shot.
Fine. The Illuvian led us here instead of back to Minrathous.
Let's hope it goes back to the ritual site. Maybe we can find some clues at the scene of the crime.
Harding, are you okay to go?
I'm not gonna sit back while elven gods destroy the world because I have a headache.
All right then. Let's get back to the ritual site.
The Illuvian has its own special room. It's just down the stairs.
Alright, that's it. I'm stopping here. I am stopping here. I might try to play this game some more, but this game is bad. First impression, it's been awful. No, fuck that. Yeah, save one. Whatever. Oh god, this one hurt. This is rough. So, yeah. Stop here. And, yeah, just remember, the big question always has to come up. Why be normal? because right now it's better than being this.